All right, well, we're in sunny San Diego area, and it looks like we are doing that mountain, maybe? It's not very high. It's like 1,000 feet above us. Mother Miguel, or Mount Miguel. It says Mother Miguel on my thing, but then I saw signs for Mount Miguel. I'm in like Mount Miguel Park. Somehow there's no one here on an absolutely gorgeous day. I am literally the only car in this park whatsoever. Shout out to Yasmin, by the way. We are gonna go, there's a way to just go straight up it, but then I'm gonna go down off the backside and loop it back by a reservoir, Sweetwater Reservoir. Arguably runnable, but it is hot and sunny, and I got a little sun the other day from being at a pool without enough sunscreen on. So anyway, heading up Mother Miguel, or Mount Miguel, and then we'll have views, and then we'll loop back down by a reservoir. This should be a good little afternoon workout. All right, so we parked up there. You went under these power lines and I missed a turn, so pay attention to the map. Then you actually drop down across this drainage. But now I think we're just kind of heading straight up the slope. Like I said, it's like 1,000 feet in like 2 miles, I want to say, to the top. So I don't think it's going to be too bad. Let's see. Please respect signage, stay on the trail. Yeah, Mother Miguel. So see, we're here, look at all these switchbacks. Dee, 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 dee. So, yeah, let's get it. All right, so we're just slogging sort of straight up to gain the ridge. We've come up, I don't know, 300 feet, 400 feet. So there's sections where there's like different trails. There's like the more gradual way, and then there's kind of the more direct way. You can see here, you can switch back right here, or you can just walk up. So it will be steeper if you're taking sort of the more direct route, which I am. Let's get on smoother terrain here. So otherwise, this sort of explains why it's 2 miles to the top if you're just constantly taking little switchbacks that don't really gain you vert very quickly. But if you go straight up, it is pretty steep. Now maybe it levels off up on the ridge, and that's a good chunk of the mileage. But yeah, we're hammering up. All right, so we've sort of topped out on a shoulder here. Wait, what's that? That's San Miguel Mountain. This is Mother Miguel, so why am I not doing that? I don't know. I clearly didn't research enough and find the bigger mountain in the area. But looks like there's an American flag up there. USA, USA. We've probably put in 500 to 600 feet, and it's over halfway up. And I think that's the summit with the American flag, so a little bit of flatter here. But so you can see there's all sorts of paths. They're all gonna lead, just follow the ridge up. Ugh. So I'll be on top in probably like 7 or 8 minutes here. All right, I think this is the summit. Maybe, yeah. Mother Miguel. Nice flag. So let's truly get on top here. Yeah, so we're gonna go off that side and then bend around by this reservoir and eventually make our way back. So it's gonna add a lot more miles, but mostly down. There are some ups and downs. But yeah, so that's Mount Miguel. think I did look that up, and as you can see with all the infrastructure, it's just a road to the top, and so I didn't want to do that because I hate going on roads, although this isn't much better than a road. So anyway, Mother Miguel, and that's cool, up the clouds, that whatever those mountains are. Lots of little mountains around San Diego that are all pretty easy to access and pretty easy hikes, pretty easy short hikes. So, and it feels nice up here with the wind. It's a little warm down below, but we got some wind, so we're looking out to downtown San Diego, and then you can see Coronado, that strip of land right there. So anyway, I'm going to start running down, and I'll show you some of the down and I guess the reservoir, depending on how close I get to it. Alright, so leaving the summit, there's some sort of fire going on out here. I might actually go right by it. Correction, that is San Miguel Mountain, not Miguel Mountain. So maybe it's the same thing. Maybe San Miguel Mountain is Miguel Mountain, but it's about 1,000 feet higher. Like I said, I think it's just a road all the way up. This has at least some semblance of a, you know, I guess more of a double trek than a single trek. But yeah, there's some fire. I think I'm going to drop down like right to it. This could be interesting over here. Alright, so we're descending. Again, it's like pretty gradual switchbacks, but then there's some shortcuts, trails, like not stuff where you're going off trail and hurting vegetation and erosion. But yeah, so this is going to take a while for us to get down, being that we had like 6.5 miles from when we were up on the summit. You know, probably not even a mile down yet, but you can see here just little trails that make it a little more direct. But we have to drop 1,300 feet, by the way, so more than we gained. We gained, I think, almost 1,000, and now we're dropping 1,300. So then at the end we have like some little humps where we got to gain vert to get back to the car, but for the most part should be fairly easy jogging and maybe a little bit of power hiking. A little rocky in some parts, which slows it down. So I think I'm just banging a left and basically following this canyon down all the way to the reservoir. This should be pretty boring. Alright, so we came down that canyon and then we were on a road for a while, and now we banged a left on actually a trail now. So we're not on a road anymore, but there's several bumps where we have to gain several hundred feet of vert. So I think we're going to be going up for at least a little bit, maybe over saddle, maybe just bang a right on these hills. Unsure. So yeah, we're heading up. We're probably 5 miles into our 8.7. We still have a while to get to the reservoir and wrap all the way around this guy all the way back to the other side where we came from. So there's a lot of trails out here, I think. I just need to make sure I'm going the right way. So here's Sweetwater Reservoir. I don't know what these helicopters are doing. Picking up water, maybe? It doesn't look like they have a container. So I don't know. I don't know what these helicopters are doing. But we're just wrapping around here. Slowly but surely. Alright, so we went along the reservoir. The trail started to turn up. So I have to hike a little bit here. We hit one junction. We're gonna hit many more junctions. And we got some climbing to do. At the end too, I think the last mile we got like 400 feet to climb or something. This is like one of the little intermediate climbs. So we're going somewhere, I think that away. Yeah, because I think that's the summit we were on. So probably 6 miles in at least, probably more. So maybe 2.5 left, I think. All right, so we crested over a relative high point. Probably gained a couple hundred feet just there. And now you hit a barn, and I'm gonna need to check the map to see which way to bypass the barn. Like 7 miles in, and we're about to descend a couple hundred feet and then have a 400-foot gain. Yippee! So we're gonna go straight here for, I don't know, a quarter mile across this drainage. I guess will be the low point, or maybe the second drainage, and then gotta climb at some point up to that plateau that you see. So 1.7 miles left with at least 400, maybe a little bit more elevation gain left. I crossed our last climb. This is not good. I don't see the car. I think the car should be right here. Is it hiding? That was pretty quick. I think that was about 90 minutes. Like 10-minute miles. Oh yeah. Car's here. And there's another car here too. Oh, multiple cars. So that was Mother Miguel, view of San Miguel. A lot of trail running by the reservoir, and back, and it's hot. And it's a little humid too. So, we'll see you on the next. Nice baseball field too, by the way.